Hello, and thank you for joining Tapping with Dawn. My name is Dawn, and I'm excited for you to be here today, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. And I really wanted to come on just to really acknowledge yesterday, January 7th, 2026, was the 1 year anniversary of the LA fires in Los Angeles, California. And they were mostly in the Pacific Palisades and Altadena area and outlying areas, also Malibu. And it really just affected a lot of people. I mean, it affected, the whole city. Everyone was on high alert. It was very crazy. And I personally know many, many people who lost their homes, whether it be in Altadena or the Palisades, that are still struggling with it. And still, there's a lot of emotions that come up. Yes, it's been a year, but the destruction, the ongoing, many of the people are still displaced from their homes or are having to rebuild or make alternate plans. And so I thought we would do some tapping around that, around the grief, around the emotions, whether it be anger or regret that they didn't, grab something from their home. And whether you've been through this specific incident or another one, this is a really good way to tap on anything that you're still feeling residual effects for emotionally and physically, because we take on our emotions many times in our body, and our body's trying to speak to us. So I thought we would tap around that, and feel free to tap along. If you are going to tap along, just know that you're taking responsibility for your own well-being. And of course, if you do have severe trauma or PTSD from something like this, I also recommend that you work with a licensed trauma therapist to help with these symptoms as well. But tapping can be a wonderful adjunct to your wellness routine and your emotional routine. So let's get started. I'm just going to call out the points, and let's go from there. So we'll start with the karate chop point. So just take a deep breath. Just settle into your body. Even though it's been a year since the fires happened, and I still have a lot of negative emotions around it. And it was super scary. And perhaps these little glimpses of these emotions will always be with me at a certain extent. But I want to release them. I want to release the anger, the grief, not overstepping the grieving process, but working through it. And I allow myself to feel all my feelings. And it's okay to feel my feelings. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. We're doing the setup statement on the karate chop 2 more times. Even though I have a lot of feelings a year later after the fires, perhaps it's grief or anger, sadness or disbelief, whatever these emotions that I've been carrying around or suppressing, I want to take the edge off. I want to begin to release them. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though this horrible thing happened and I went through the fires and the subsequent actions and reactions, I know it's not healthy to hold on to these negative emotions that are impacting me. And I want to begin to release them. I want to feel whatever it is you want to feel, more accepting, more, I'll let you fill in the blank. I deeply and completely love, and accept myself. Now we'll start with the tapping points inside the eyebrow, going through this trauma. Side of the house, perhaps I lost my house or I know someone who did. Under the eye, it was really scary to have to evacuate. Under the nose, and no, my house was potentially burned down. Chin point, all those memories. Collarbone, all the items I had to leave behind. Under the arm, going through this fire trauma. Under the chest, or perhaps I was scared for my friends and my family. Wrist points, or just watching the news in disbelief. Top of the head, having to evacuate myself, my friends, and my family. And obviously, if there's something I'm saying that doesn't apply to you, feel free to insert your own words. Inside the eyebrow, seeing the flames in my rearview window of the car. Side of the eye, all the panic that I felt. Under the eye, all the disbelief. Under the nose, it was so surreal to believe this was actually happening. Chin point, and it wasn't just a bad Hollywood movie. Collarbone, acknowledging that I went through this trauma. Under the arm, perhaps I'm ready to grieve it. Under the chest, perhaps I'm willing to feel those feelings that I've been suppressing or denying. Wrist points, it was just so hard. Top of the head, I went into survival mode. Inside the eyebrow, I had to be laser focused on what needed to be done in the aftermath. Side of the eye, so much anger. Under the eye, so much anger at the city. Under the nose, so much anger at nature. Chin point, disbelief this was really happening. Collarbone, and perhaps I needed to suppress my feelings to survive and move forward. Under the arm, or perhaps I just fell apart right away. Under the chest, however I handled it, I did my best. Wrist points, I did my best, and that's okay. Top of the head, going through this grieving process this past year. Inside the eyebrow, the disbelief and the sadness and the anger. Side of the eye, I want to let these feelings, I want to take the edge off. And it's okay to feel these feelings. However, I don't want them to overcome my life. I can feel angry, but not be angry all the time. Chin point, I can feel sadness, but not be sad all the time. collarbone. I am a rainbow of emotional emotions and ego, having a human experience. Under the arm, and loss is one of those experiences. Under the chest, whether it be my home, friends and family, a job, a move, a pet, I allow myself the time to grieve. Wrist points, I get the support I need. Top of the head, I am more and more comfortable reaching out for help. Inside the eyebrow, any remaining negative emotions from these fires or the grieving process. Side of the eye, I choose to let it go. Under the eye, I want to breathe out any emotions, beliefs, feelings, thoughts, habits. Under the nose that no longer serve me. Chin point, I want to feel more balanced. Collarbone, so no matter what is happening in the external world or my internal world, I choose to be balanced. Under the arm, I choose to find my inner peace. Under the chest, I choose to accept what's happened. Doesn't mean I can't take action on certain things, but I choose to accept it in a positive and healthy way. Wrist points, I choose to have courage and speak my truth. Top of the head, I choose to remember that no matter what has happened, I'm doing the best I can. And that's enough, and I'm enough. And I accept myself exactly as I am right now in this moment. Okay, take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Now let's go ahead and send group healing to everyone that's been affected by the fires, everyone who's suffering. You can say the people's names in your mind or just envision the world in front of, in the middle of your hands, but let's go ahead and rub the hands, creating energy, and set the intention. My intention is to send healing to those who need it, those victims of the fires, those who are suffering in hospital, grieving, anywhere in the world, or specifically the Palisades or Altadena fires. And just go ahead and set that intention to send out your energy to those people, places, the world, the universe. And sometimes you may feel a little tingling in your palms or your fingers. That's just the energy. Sending out those healing intentions, and you can include yourself in this as well. We'll do about a minute of this. Or if you like, you can imagine the world in between your hands. Sending that healing energy to those who need it, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just breathing in, keeping that intention to send that healing. And when that feels complete, you can simply go like this with your hands to disconnect. Thank you so much for joining me for this special live or recorded video, wherever you're watching it, on whatever platform, for the Palisades in LA and Altadena fires, and wherever you are in the world. I wish you peace and balance and strength and courage. And thank you for joining. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. Bye.